Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today I'm really excited to bring to you from the Transformers Rise of the Beast line. This is Deluxe Class Bumblebee. And let me just say, right off the top, while I haven't handled all of them, this is the best Studio Series Bumblebee I have handled. The transformation is fun, it's not that difficult, you don't have a lot of small fiddly parts. Everything pegs together and holds together in both modes. There's not a lot of clear plastic in load-bearing areas that you're afraid of it breaking. It's just a fantastic figure, and I'm really excited to have it. We're starting off in vehicle mode. Now, this is a Camaro, but it's a modified Camaro because it's designed for off-road use. We're going to see this in some sort of jungle or desert setting. That's why, if you notice, the wheels are a little bit higher, which also gives the arms here the clearance to hang a little low, but also have the wheels roll freely. There is weapon storage. The blaster, of course, just pegs here into the back. Fortunately, that's about as good as it's going to get at something this size. And there's also a sword, which does hide much better and pegs right here in between the parts of the vehicle that become the leg. Again, really cool. I mean, yes, we have the traditional movie Bumblebee stylings with the striping here on the top. A lot of people have pointed out that this is the progression from the Bumblebee movie of, the Cybertronian B127, the off-road Bumblebee, to that early Camaro. In terms of design, especially in robot mode, you'll see a lot of the hybrid there. So, we might as well just get into the transformation. I'm that excited to share it with you. First thing you want to do is come underneath here, flip the arms up. They kind of do peg into grooves here. There's like little, let's see if I can show you, little tabs right there that kind of fit into notches in the arm, and that's where they sit for the most part. The next step, what you want to do is come up to the front and pop open the wheels. You can pop open the doors first if you want. I don't think it really makes much of a difference. And then, of course, as I just said, pop open the doors. Um, there's the clear plastic there for the windshield. They're not on a hinge because they don't fold down. For the side windows, and then there's the windshield right there. And again, I think, yeah, that whole section is clear plastic, and it is on a hinge, but that's about it. And it's smaller, and you do have that rubber binding over it, so it kind of reinforces it, maybe. So once you have that done, what you want to do now is fold the arms out first on that hinge right there, and then rotate them at the shoulder, and just bring them down. Keep them out of the way. Now the next step is we're going to work on this roof, and by popping open the wheels and doors, you've already started to loosen it up here at the back section. So then for the front section here, just come in and push up. Now, when I first got this figure, I was having a hard time getting that in for vehicle mode. Here's a hot little tip that I figured out. These front headlights can rotate. They rotate inwards for robot mode, but they can also rotate out. So if you rotate them out a click, that actually gives you a little extra room that you can go ahead and then push down the front section here, and that will actually bring them down and snap them into place, and then you can go ahead and secure the top there. It's a nice little touch. I really appreciate it. So yeah, just get that up, and while we're here, flip those sections in just like that. Just a very slight touch. And then you can come around to the back here and flip up that panel. And you can unpeg that panel, and then what you're going to do is you'll flip down this whole front here, and it'll tab in just like that. And then you'll have a little extra space to go ahead and flip up that section there. And that will just sit along the back, and that front extended bumper will sit over that rear section. So everything's kind of secured into place. Next, we're going to come down and we're going to work on the legs. Very simple. You want to split them. They do peg together a little tightly, and when you're going into vehicle mode with the ones here on the rear window, or what was the rear window that's actually covered over, you want to come in on an angle, and then that'll help sandwich everything together. So once you have those unpegged, what you next want to do is pull the bumper out slightly. This will help you free up the wheel there, and you're going to rotate that down, and then rotate the foot forward. That will form actually, you want to rotate it so that the bumper is facing up, and that will help. That will form a heel. So do it again on this side, and don't worry, these bumpers are actually designed to come out. So just do that, and that, and that, and did I? Oh yeah, I rotated it the wrong way again. Yeah, there we go. At least I think that's the right way. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to have it facing up, and then finally to finish it off, make sure you have the feet rotate out all the way. You're going to close up these panels, and they're going to snap into place. Really nice. And there you have Bumblebee in its robot mode. And as you can see, you have those larger feet that we saw in Off-Road Bumblebee, and then in the Volkswagen Bumblebee at the movie. So that does carry over into design. But here we have it like a Camaro. Now the weapons, you actually do have weapon storage in robot mode. If you come around on the back here, you do have some tabbing, and you notice there's a short slot there on the blade, and there's a groove cut out in the windshield that is designed specifically for the sword. And then here on the side, on this side with the gun, you have again a groove cut out to fit the barrel. And yes, the weapons are, for the most part, set to the certain limbs. As you can see with the way the blaster's designed, it is meant to go over Bumblebee's right hand. If I can get it in with just like that. And the sword is actually designed more like a box cutter. You would think that the blade would be down like this, but it's actually this edge going down. And that is designed, there are two tabs there, will fit in just like so. Now, in terms of articulation, you do have very nice expressive ball joint. You have waist swivel. You have ball joints at the hips, 90-degree bend at the knee, full ankle pivot, a ball joint at the shoulder, swivel at the elbow, 90-degree bend, nothing at the wrists, but again, you can. Now, I should mention that the wheels here seem to be a little loose. I don't know if they've really loosened up on mine over time, but you do have what I feel is enough articulation to get done what you want to get done in terms of posing the figure. If I could do it. I mean, it looks really cool. This is a great Bumblebee. I can't say enough about it. So we will pause, and then we will quickly come back with my final thought. As I said in the beginning, this is the best Studio Series Bumblebee I have handled. The only way I can see that this figure being toppled or superseded is if somehow Hasbro is able to release a Bumblebee in the Studio Series 86 line using that Volkswagen design, but hopefully like a newer mold than what we've gotten already from the Netflix line. And here comes Delilah to inspect the figure. I really like this mold, and I am like, I'll say it right now, if they release this figure with like a battle mask, or even better, look at that tail, an even better, an evergreen like an evergreen head design, I'll buy it again. I'm actually even really interested now, since it's been revealed, to pick up the mainline Rise of the Beast Deluxe version of Bumblebee, as well as the kid-friendly ones, to see how they compare. But again, this is a great figure. At no point was I afraid of something breaking, which I can't say looking back at other Bumblebees that I've reviewed for this channel that were Studio Series. It looks good. It feels good. I appreciate the weapon storage. Little quibbles aside, I think the wheels could be a little bit tighter. Maybe if there was a way for them to peg into the door to hold them in place. But then again, it's only really when you're trying to pose the figure. I think the weapon storage for the blaster could have been a little bit better. In robot mode, I mean, maybe not have it hang down, but I think the days of having a Bumblebee that had its weapons built into the arm is gone. Maybe on a larger version, if we're going to get it like a movie masterpiece, we might be able to get that. But yeah, I mean that's really all I can say. Um, there's really no sharp. I mean, turning the angling in the headlights, there's a little edges there, so you might have a little sensitivity to that. But I mean, that's really nothing. I mean, it is just a great figure, and I'm really excited for it. And this is the 100th Studio Series figure. Keep that in mind, the 100th Studio Series figure. And it's Bumblebee. And it's Bumblebee from the new movie. And it's a great one. Um, Hopefully, it seems like obviously Bumblebee is going to be a major part of this film. So I'm really hoping that we get like like another take at this, or maybe we'll get like there's a Bumblebee changes design during the film, and we'll get something else. Um, as we all know, the distribution of the Rise of the Beast line has been a little screwed up. The main line we should have been getting now, and that the studio series would actually come later in the year. But because of how things were delayed, we're going to have everything now. So you're going to see a lot of Bumblebees on the shelf, you know, outside of the usual from this movie. So it might get a little confusing. But definitely this Studio Series one is worth a purchase. Double thumbs up. Um, if you've been hesitant to buy a Studio Series Bumblebee in the past due to the issues I've mentioned, this one is for you. So that's about it for the review. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I will always appreciate the views, your likes, comments, and subscriptions uh, will help with the algorithms to communicate to YouTube that my channel should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month or $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like this to you. And I do want to mention you will never see on this channel little odd promotional placements that like break up the review or something about, male grooming products, nutritional supplements, or um, uh, loot box style items. Even if people were interested, which they're not, I wouldn't do that because it's really not in the spirit of the channel. And as I say, Patreon is just a cherry on top of an already generous sundae. If you can't swing the dollar a month, $12 a year, your views are thanks enough. I'll tell you right now, I don't have any Patreons right now, and I'm okay with that because you guys are here. You've been with me for like 11 years now, maybe almost 12. So I do appreciate everything you've done. This is about it for the review. This is your old pal Chuck for Bumblebee, and for Delilah Bijou, whose head is down. There you are. We will see you next time. Hold on. Delilah, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Over here, over here. She's being difficult.